Hello, hello. uh, Hi. So, it's been a sec. um, Honestly, I've been very busy with work, more so than usual. Um, and I know I always say that I'm like nervous about stream or something because like I'm worried that something will go wrong. And I do kind of feel that particularly today because I wanted to try something new. Um, so I'm not using OBS this time around. I decided to use Streamlabs just to see if that would like make any difference. Which, I mean, it's a very new interface. So I'm like having to learn everything, like where everything is. Like I had to learn how to change my stream info just to get this like kind of set up. And also, I decided to try streaming without the Ethernet cable this time around, so I'm using Wi-Fi. And yeah, that's really the only two changes that I've made for today. We'll just have to see how this goes. I mean, I don't know. I did check, and apparently, it's streaming in like higher quality. Like it's at 720p now, which is a lot better than it used to be. I am not complaining about that, but we're still having a bit of frame drops, which is a little unfortunate. Regardless, this is my first time streaming in Streamlabs, so there might be some settings I need to fiddle with in order to make sure that it's streaming to its best stability. But also, I don't know, like I said, I just kind of wanted to test out and see how my streams would do on just Wi-Fi in general, instead of using my Ethernet cable, which, it looks like it's doing all right. It's not doing too bad, so that's good. But otherwise, I haven't been streaming a bit recently. I think it's only been a week since my last stream, right? It's only been about a week. So not too bad, not too bad. I've just been super busy with like work. Literally just, I think this is my first time this week I haven't had to go out to our film location. Yeah, cause like, I remember mentioning in a previous stream that I had to do a dress rehearsal film shoot where we did a film rehearsal, and that took about a few hours after work. But take that amount of time that I had to do on that one day and apply it to Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week, and that was my week. I was literally out in the woods filming for like 6 hours at the least. And I'm very tired. I'm very, very tired. I overslept yesterday and was late to work. But thankfully, my supervisor is like super understanding. So, and I mean, he's been out there filming with us, so he understands how much like work we've been doing and how long we've been out there. And so he's like, oh yeah, I completely understand. I wasn't expecting you guys to get in at 8 a.m. anyway. So that's good, that's good. And yeah, I mean, I'm just so tired. I'm actually a little surprised that I'm streaming right now and not taking a nap. Because I mean, I could be taking a nap. I almost did. But then I went to go eat dinner, and then I was like, you know what? I have the energy. I have the energy to just sit and yap about where I've been and like what I've been up to. But yeah, so filming has been fun. It's been very fun. I've been enjoying it because like I've mentioned before, I really like the team that I'm on. I like the crew that I work with. So they've made filming fun. I do enjoy it. It's just that, oh boy, we would get off of work at like 11 p.m. for these past 3 days, at the latest 1 a.m. So, not necessarily ideal, but country girls make do. And I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming that long tonight myself, or in general anyway, because I was just like, I don't know. I'm so tired. I just kind of want to yap, say hello to everyone if they decide to join, and also just kind of like chill, because it's my first break, quote unquote, this whole week. But yeah, kind of like going back to what I was talking about with like using stream elements, because that's what I'm using right now. It kind of looks like the interface of like a rocket ship to me. I am so unfamiliar with this, so forgive me if I'm a little slow in like figuring out where certain things are and everything. It's gonna take me a sec to figure this out. But all I had to really do today is just kind of hit the go live button and whoop. But I have a funny story. So, like I said, we were filming in the woods. And I mean, that's been fun, especially filming at night. Filming at night in the woods could be kind of scary. But I mean, I've been enjoying it. And our very first night filming, we heard what we think were coyotes, like screaming or screeching, whatever you call that. And we were like, okay, well, that's kind of cool. Because we caught it on film, so that was pretty interesting. But then, after a while, we were like, well, I don't think that those were actually coyotes. Because coyotes, they're in packs usually, that's the thing. So you would hear multiple yelling, but we didn't hear multiple yelling. We only heard one. We only heard one animal screaming in the night. And so we were like, that probably wasn't a coyote. Or coyotes. That was probably a mountain lion. Which is a little terrifying to think about. Like, the fact that, you know, there was probably a mountain lion, like, really close by. But the thing about mountain lions, if you didn't know, is that they're actually very, like, scared of, like, large groups of people. So because we had, like, our entire crew out there, all the talents, and, like, a bunch of other stagehands, it was fine. That mountain lion wasn't gonna get anywhere near us if it was a mountain lion. But yeah. I'm doing good. I didn't get attacked or anything, so living the dream. Man, you get so many notifications on Stream Elements. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little distracted by this. This is so different. Wow. But I will, honestly, the Wi-Fi isn't really doing all that bad. Like, just streaming off of the Wi-Fi? Maybe my Ethernet cable was the problem. Maybe it was the issue. And I just needed to just turn it off, or take it out and just rely on my Wi-Fi. We'll see how this stream goes. Again, I'm probably not gonna stream for too long tonight, because I am very tired, but we'll see. I am very happy with what I'm seeing so far on the playback though. It's looking like it's actually holding up quite well, so that's good. Okay, so I don't know if I updated you guys about where I'm at with like the contract illustration work that I've been asked to do. I finally got those reference images that they failed to get to me. So I'm finally working on them. I'm finally making progress, and I'm almost done with like the initial sketches that I need to send in for approval, which is good. But now man, I saved the hardest one for last, and that's probably not a good idea. That probably wasn't a good idea on my part, because it's taking me the longest in order to get it done. And that means it's gonna take even longer, you know, in order to get it approved, yada yada. All that jazz. And also, another big thing that happened while I was away, while I was working, Chainsaw Man manga ended. I don't remember who all in my little viewership group actually kept up with Chainsaw Man or anything, but I'm pretty sure that you may have seen on social media the divisiveness of the ending. Like, some people saying that it was really good, some people saying that it was really bad. Yeah, it was very divisive. And I was talking to my brother about it whenever the chapter dropped, because I still haven't read part 2 myself. I haven't even properly read part 1. I've only watched the manga. I mean, I've only watched the manga. I've only watched the anime season 1, and I've watched the movie. But I do have the manga. I have it. I just haven't read it yet. So I was going to read it, and then I'm gonna read all of part 2. I wanted to read it all in one setting, because, you know, I hear that reading Chainsaw Man in one sitting is much better experience as compared to like reading it weekly. But regardless, what I was getting to is that I haven't read it properly myself, but I did kind of keep up with like weekly releases, like kind of seeing what the community was saying in reaction to them, general thoughts, you know, gauging what they were saying. And I myself saw how it ended, and you know that saying where it's like, and the crowd goes wild kind of deal? For me, it was more like of a, and the crowd is confused kind of moment. Like, I was very, very confused by the ending when I first read it. But then I talked it over with my brother, who has kept up with the whole thing and read it, and I've come to the conclusion that, yeah, I think I like it. I think I like the ending of Chainsaw Man. Yeah. I mean, of course, I do have my own gripes with it. Mainly being like the pacing issues that were kind of clear at the end. Like, I'm not above criticizing something that I really like, you know? So I will admit that I do have a bit of like issue with like the pacing at the very end. But regardless, I still really liked it. I found the ending rather profound, all things considered. And I don't know, it makes me a little sad to see how many people dislike it. But I mean, I kind of figured that it would be very split within like the readers, whatever. I can't speak. It's been too long since I've done this. Anyway, I kind of expected it to be a little divisive, because according to Fujimoto, he was saying that he was kind of inspired by that movie, The Big Lebowski, I think is what it's called, where by the end of it, you're kind of confused. You're like, what was the point of all of that? Yada, yada. And he was like, I want to achieve that kind of ending with Chainsaw Man. And honestly, I'll say he did. He achieved his goal. That ending was very much a kind of thing. But after I was given, you know, a minute to stew on it, I was just like, okay, yeah, I vibe with this. I vibe with this ending. It's not happy. It's not bad. It's more like a bittersweet, I think. That's the best way I can describe it. It's very bittersweet. Because, like, I would definitely not call this a happy ending, even though there are optimistic overtones to it. And then, oh man, a lot of big things have been happening in the anime and manga community now that I'm thinking about it. Because not only did Chainsaw Man finally wrap up, season 3 of Oshinoko finale, or its last episode, aired today. And I remember, I think Quirky saying that they didn't want any spoilers because they were gonna try and keep up with it. So I won't say anything just in case, but I'm just gonna say that I have been let down by how this episode or how the anime has decided to approach this upcoming arcs of Oshinoko. That's all I'll say. I had hope that there would be an anime original ending, and now I don't have any more hope. I was really hoping that the anime would save it. I was hoping, but oh well. I might somewhat keep up with it still, just so I'm not, just to like hear the music that's produced, because the music that's produced for the show, the anime, is actually bangers. I like it a lot. It's just the story. Oh boy. The story is where it kind of fumbles and falls apart. Let me think. What else? Some other big news. Huh. Oh, my VODs channel. My VODs channel has hit 10 subscribers. So I'm very happy about that. I wasn't expecting it because, you know, a couple of people here have followed my VODs channel, which I'm very thankful for. But also, I don't know. I just, one of my videos that I wasn't expecting to get picked up somewhat by the algorithm got picked up. And it got quite a few views, like a lot of views for me, what I mean. It's not a whole lot, but it's like a lot for me. And because of that, I got like a couple more subscribers on there, so that was pretty cool. That's some pretty good news. And that's really, I mean, again, it's only been like a week since I last streamed, but I feel like a lot happened, but also not anything at all. Does that make sense? Excuse me. Like, a lot has been happening for me in work is mainly it. And I don't think I can talk a whole lot about like what's going on at work, otherwise I might dox myself, or NDA stuff, you know? So, I mean, Quirky, hello! It's truly been many moons since you abandoned us. It's only been a week. Come on now, give me a break. How are you doing, Quirky? I hope you've been well. Just I want to ask, does everything kind of like sound and look the same as my previous streams? Because I don't know if you were here when I was mentioning it, but I've changed up a little bit how it's going. Yeah, not bad, thanks. How have you been? Busy. I'm very busy and tired. I could get into that in a sec. But basically, I'm using Stream Elements this time around. And I'm not streaming with my Ethernet cable and just trying out regular Wi-Fi to see how that goes. Sounds good, but slight lag on the model. I mean, it's gonna be a bit laggy. That's just how it's kind of been. But either way, yeah, I decided to try out Stream Elements this time around instead of OBS. And then I don't have that godforsaken Ethernet cable plugged into my PC, and I'm full sending it on the Wi-Fi right now. I'm not using the Ethernet cable. And I mean, from what I can tell, it's actually been doing pretty decent. Like, your response, like, pretty quick. Should we ping pong it? Should we play ping pong really quick just to see like how much the delay is? Wait, what's wrong with the Ethernet cable? Have you not been here for the past few times that we've discussed the Ethernet cable? Yeah, go for it. Okay, before I get into the Ethernet cable thing, I'm gonna refresh my stream a bit. Hang on just a sec. All right. When I say ping, you're gonna type pong, and I'm gonna count out loud how long it takes for me to see your message, okay? All right. Ping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, 11. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. That's very good compared to like how it has been in the past. So I'm pretty happy with that. Like maybe we just need to kind of full send it on just the Wi-Fi alone for the time being. We might just have to rock and roll with like that. But I mean, Anyway, kind of what's been going on with the Ethernet cable is that I've discovered that thanks to Daruta's like input, they have told me that because I had my Ethernet cable plugged into our Wi-Fi extenders, I was essentially getting internet to my PC through like a straw. So I've been kind of really handicapping myself when it comes to my Wi-Fi internet. But to be fair, when my Wi-Fi used to be really, really good at the beginning of this year, I had my Ethernet cable plugged into the extender. But after we changed services and also did all that like fixing and stuff, I've decided to just kind of rock and roll with whatever I can figure out. Yeah, whatever works. And I've been lurking the last few times playing games instead of listening. Aw, well, sorry, I didn't mean to say aw. My brain's lagging a bit because it's been a minute since I've done this. But yeah, no worries, no worries. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I haven't been streaming all that much recently. I've been very busy at work, and I get really tired after work nowadays, where I'm like, I come home and I either take a nap or I finally have the free time to do something else besides working. So I'll do that instead of streaming. I don't know, it just kind of depends. It kind of depends. And I don't know if you were listening earlier when I was talking about how I've been out filming in the woods for the past 3 days, so that's been fun. I've been grinding out rivals in ranked and outered wilds. Ooh, well, I hope you've been having fun with that. I hope it's going well, because I hear Marvel Rivals ranked is kind of brutal. I did hear something about on-site filming all week. Yeah, on-site filming all week, yeah. Yeah, I've been doing that all week. Today's my first day. I haven't actually had to go out to the site and film. Thankfully, today was like a quote-unquote easy day, so I just got to come home and I didn't have to be there, thank God. Although, even though if I had to go out there, I probably wouldn't have been out there for like very long. Oh, excuse me. Because I probably would have only had to been out there for like maybe a couple hours, because they're only doing interviews today. It is kind of crazy looking around at my stream settings and such, and seeing that streaming without the Ethernet cable, my stream quality has jumped from 480 to 720. So that's a little disheartening. I just came in to check in with you real quick. Can't stick around right now, unfortunately. No worries, Quirky. I don't mind at all. I'm glad to check up with you because it's been a minute since we've chatted. But yeah, I hope that you're doing well. I am excited for something that's coming up that I have prepared for stream. I've been trying to get a couple things. Have a fun stream, might be back a bit later. Yeah, no worries. I hope to see you later. Because I've been trying to get a couple things like situated behind the scenes for stream. For instance, I've had this for a minute. I've just forgotten to actually like set it up. Let me pull it up. Look at that. It's a BRB screen. Isn't it cute? I only just imported it into my program just now, but I do plan on updating, you know, the credits page and on here on Twitch and on Discord, so that the artist gets their credit, you know. Speaking of, it is made by, let me pull them up again. Pomodoro Squared on VGen. That's who made the screen. It's really cute. I'm very happy to have it. Because I don't know if anyone here is familiar with how I used to do my BRB screens, quote unquote. I just would like leave my model on screen and like put up a text like box saying BRB. So now I actually have a proper BRB screen, so that's fun. And this isn't really a spoiler or anything, because they'll be ready soon, I think. Because like, I'm gonna have actually custom animated alerts. I'm so excited. I'm really excited for them actually. Because while I really like the alerts that I have right now, just having like custom animated ones is so cool. I'm super excited to get them and implement them into stream. And I say soon because like the artist is actually really quick. I contacted them like a little while ago, and then like 2 days after we started discussing details and stuff, they sent me the rough drafts, which is crazy for animation. Like, I mean, it's rough animation, of course, but even still, I was like, dang, that was fast. Like, was that all you were focusing on? Either way, I'm super excited. I don't know where I'm gonna put them. On screen at least, because usually my current alerts I have like up here in the corner, the top corner, that I'm gesturing with my horns. Maybe I'll put them down in the lower corner over there. Like, over there. It's hard to point on screen when I can't articulate like that. But either way, I'm excited. I'm excited to actually have those custom alerts. Huh. That's interesting. Why did it do that? Sorry, I just noticed that the chat is gone. Oh, it's because I switched screens. Okay. I wonder why it does that. I've noticed that it does that in OBS too, where it'll clear my chat if I switch screens. That's interesting. I wonder if there's a setting I could change so that it doesn't do that. Cause like, I don't know how to fix that. Shouldn't have shown off my BRB screen, I guess. But oh, sorry, hang on. Well, now that I'm like seeing that my PC actually streams pretty decently on just Wi-Fi, maybe we can actually start doing movie nights in the Discord server. That would be fun. Because I have quite a few movies and shows that I would love to share. I was talking about this with a different friend about like just comfort movies and stuff. And it's been a minute since I've watched these, and I would love to be able to show them off with you guys. For instance, for me, some of my comfort movies are Fantastic Mr. Fox, one of my favorites of all time. The Peanuts movie is very much a comfort movie for me. The Tinkerbell movies, we've talked about the Tinkerbell movies before, and I would love to share them with you guys if you have not seen them. They're so nice. And then a show that I wouldn't mind doing, which would be a bit more of a commitment because, you know, a show is much more long-running than a movie, is Princess Tutu. I need more people to get into Princess Tutu. It's my favorite magical girl show of all time, and the premise, just like so you guys know, is it's a duck that wants to be a ballerina, and she gets this magical pendant that can turn her into a human girl that goes to ballet school. And whenever it's time to actually get into magical girl shenanigans, she can transform into Princess Tutu. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's really good. I need more people to be fans of Princess Tutu, please. But yeah, I mean, since it looks like my Wi-Fi on its own can handle, you know, this, I think we can handle movie nights. So we're just gonna have to figure out like schedules and stuff. Plus, I mean, if people want to drop suggestions in like the suggestions channel of the Discord, feel free to go ahead. Cause like I'm so down for like seeing what everyone else like considers to be comfort movies or whatever. Cause like, well, you know, I'd love to show off stuff that I like. I'd also like to expand my horizons a bit, you know? See if there's anything else out there in the world that I would like to watch. You know, tonight I kind of considered drawing, but I mean, honestly, I've been a little hesitant to draw on stream recently, and I don't know why. Mainly because I don't know what to draw. I do have this one illustration that isn't under NDA that I've been kind of feeling like drawing on stream. I just haven't gotten around to it. I just have not set it up. Oh, excuse me. So we'll get back to art streams eventually, one day. One day. Oh, and so I don't remember if I mentioned this on my last stream. What was my last stream? It was Minecraft, I think. So I don't know who all was here whenever I did my V-card opening stream, but if you were here, you probably remember that I pulled a God Rare, which was super cool. I am super happy to have done that. Of course, because like, who wouldn't be happy to pull a God Rare? But you might have noticed in my little clip that I didn't know who the Vtuber was. Cause like, to be honest, I don't actually watch a whole lot of VTubers. There's only like a couple that I watch. And I was like, well, this is really cool. I'm happy to have it. But I was kind of hoping it was like somebody I watched, you know? So, not long after I found mine and I submitted it and everything, I was keeping an eye on the actual V-card page, like seeing what all God Rares were like declared and like everything. And I saw that someone found the God Rare for a creator that I do watch and that I really, really like, Giwi. Giwi's God Rare. And I'm like, I wonder if I could work something out. because, you know, I mean, I have a god rare, they have a god rare, we could do a 1-for-1. A 1-for-1 trade. Hang on, I'm just checking stuff. It's kind of interesting that Stream Elements gives you so many notifications, because like obviously we know that my Wi-Fi and my frames are gonna drop a bit because that's just how it kind of has been, but I get a notification almost every time a frame drop happens, and I'm like, I don't need that. I know frames are dropping. So it's just like there's so much, like, there's so many buttons, there's so many like notifications. It's a little overwhelming. But I am liking it. Honestly, I think that it's running pretty well, all things considered. Like, despite all of the tech issues I've had in the past, it seems like tonight's going pretty smoothly so far, so that's nice. That's nice. We're not having like crazy like instability like we have had in the past, so that's a good sign. That's a good sign. I'm gonna be optimistic about this. Maybe I should have listened to Daruta earlier and gone with Stream Elements instead of stubbornly sticking to OBS as long as I did. Maybe that was the solution. Maybe I was just being too stubborn. Oh, other big news, I suppose. This one isn't gonna impact me all that much, but I'm friends with a big Star Fox fan. You guys all know of her. We know and love her, Jill. And you'll never guess what was announced today for the new Super Mario Galaxy movie. So apparently it's not just Super Mario Galaxy or something, it's like a Super Smash Bros. Almost movie. And it's looking like Star Fox is gonna be in there. Fox McCloud, that's his name, right? Anyway, so I saw the announcement before her and I sent her a message being like, hey, look at this. And she absolutely popped off. It was a lot of fun to see. Always happy to see your friends thriving, you know? Sorry, I am refreshing my stuff again. Kind of weird that it's like all it takes is a refresh and it'll be like almost caught up. So that's pretty cool. I haven't had such like small delays since like January. Excuse me. Sorry, I hope that no one can hear that. I ate dinner not too long ago. I ate dinner before stream, and I don't want to be noisy or anything. I'm probably gonna have to check my mic settings again, just to make sure that everything's like all set up properly within Stream Elements. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do that, just to make sure. But I forgot to mention, because of the fact that I've been working so hard with like this film shoot after hours, I have accumulated so much time that I get to take like almost 2.5 days off next week. But the reason why I'm pairing it up with like next week is because we get Good Friday off just as a holiday at my job. So that means that I'm gonna only have to go into work for like maybe Monday and half of Tuesday. So I'm so excited. I get almost an entire week off. Finally. Because I'm gonna be kind of honest. Let me offer some advice to whoever may come across this video or like stream or whatever. If you are in college and you are immediately and you're graduating and you're job hunting, unless you absolutely have to get a job so that you can survive, you know, like you have to pay rent or bills or whatever, and you have no other choice but to get a job. If you don't have to do that, please take as much time as you can off. Yeah, if it's not absolutely necessary, please take as much time off between college and getting a job. Because I'm saying this because I only had a month off between college and my job. You're gonna be working for the rest of your life. And I had been given this advice from my parents literally all my life. Literally just hey, take your time, because as soon as you're in the office, you're gonna be working for the rest of your life. And I knew that, and yet I only took a month between those two periods. And I will say, it's been a bit of a bummer. Just kind of one day I was sitting in my office and then I came to the realization oh, yeah, this office really is just gonna be every single day, of the year, pretty much. And I don't know, it was a little sad. It was a little depressing to think about, but I'm okay. I don't like thinking about sad or negative things, and so I can bounce back pretty quickly, and I did. I'm already fine. It's just that, yeah, if you're able to, hold off on getting employed. If you're privileged, I guess I should say. If you're privileged enough to not have to immediately go into work, yeah, take your time in getting a job. I will say though, having that job was pretty nice for whenever I was buying all those V-cards. I am glad that I did have a job in order to pay for all that, because that was a pretty expensive purchase. I don't regret it one bit, but it was a pretty expensive purchase. Excuse me. I wonder, so I've noticed that I don't really know what cons V-Card is planning on showing up at nowadays, because previously they had made a post, when they first dropped their first set, they were alright, we're all sold out, we're gonna be showing up at these conventions though, and we'll have a booth, we'll be selling stuff. So that's why I went, and I was able to get more boxes. But for the past two set releases, so for set 2 and 3, they didn't put out anything like that about conventions they were attending, other than the obvious TwitchCon and stuff. But I've been keeping an eye out at the cons that they said that they had been to in the past. I would like to go. I would like to go and buy maybe some more boxes, but I don't know where they're gonna be. I don't know if they're gonna actually go to a con or not. I checked the vendors list and everything, and they're not listed. And the one time I went to this, so once I went to one of those conventions, like to go try and get some cards from VCard, and they had been listed as a vendor, like literally a week or two before the con itself. And I was like, okay, cool. I know for a fact that they're gonna be there, so I'll buy tickets and then I'll go. I get there, first day of the con, and I go in and I can't find their booth. And I literally searched the entire floor looking for them, but I couldn't find them. So I checked the vendors list again online, and they weren't on the vendors list anymore. And the thing is that I know for a fact that they were at one point, because I checked the day that I bought those tickets. I was like, I made sure that they were listed so that I bought the tickets. Anyway, that was a bit of a bummer, but I still had a good time. My brother went with me, so we had fun, but I was sad. I wanted more boxes. I will say, this set, what is it called? Divine Divine Chaos, had so many bangers this time. I mean, like, every set has bangers. They're all really good. But this one in particular, I just really vibed with. I really liked this set. So I've collected so many, like, box toppers. For instance, like, obviously I got a case this time around. So that was like 12 boxes. So I got 12 Vtuber box toppers. I have bought 5 on my own, and then I just bought 2 more. So 7. So I have like 19 Vtuber box toppers alone, and I'm still looking at maybe getting more. I don't know, I just really vibed with the theme and the art this time around. Like, even more so than usual. I'm having a good time. I don't know, I like this set a lot. So I hope that next set theme is gonna be like as much of a banger as this one was. I mean, I have no doubt that they can think of something really cool, but man, I liked this set a lot. Oh yeah, I also wanted to say, who was it? Thank you to Officially K's for following me offline. Sorry it took me so long to mention it, almost like an hour into stream. But I remember I was at work and I just got a notification about it. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for following me offline. It always surprises me when people follow offline. But yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Sorry, I was just making sure that everything was going all right on my end. Kind of crazy just how like smoothly it's going. Knock on wood. Speaking of like knocking on wood or something. Kind of going back to what I was talking about at the very beginning about that film shoot. While it's really cool to, you know, film at night and everything, something I didn't think about, because this is my first time filming at night, something I didn't think about was just how many bugs were gonna be out. Like, I don't know if I've ever explicitly said this, but I am not a bug person. I don't like bugs, really, at all. Like, I'll leave them alone. But I won't bother them, but I don't want them anywhere near me. So whenever we were filming, there were just so many June bugs, so many. And they were kind of crazy. Like, they would like literally kamikaze themselves like onto the ground, like full speed, like right into the ground. And it's probably because the bright lights were confusing them, you know? But I mean, they would land on us all the time. They were all over. They were flying in our shots. There were so many. And what's weird is that there wasn't that many on Monday. And then all of a sudden on Tuesday, they were like out in force. Like they were everywhere. And then yesterday it was like, they were still out there, but not as bad. There was this one in particular that landed like on my back, like kind of close to my neck. That wasn't fun. I hated that. But I mean, it's just the nature of the job, I suppose, you know? Sometimes you're gonna get swarmed by bugs. I say it's the nature of the job. Really, that's out of the norm, if I'm being honest. Oh. Jill, thank you for checking in. I hope you're doing well. I hope, well, actually you should be, as far as I'm aware. You're probably doing great today, actually. Oh, thank you so much for resubscribing for 8 months. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, and Root Beer, thank you so much for checking in. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I am kind of tired, if I'm being honest. But you know what? That's just kind of how it goes. I'm doing pretty good. That's good to hear. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. I know that you were popping off earlier today because we were talking about Star Fox. I have a 17-hour drive tomorrow. Jesus, Root Beer, where are you going? You don't have to answer that. But back when I was in college, my drive from my hometown to our college town was about an 18-hour drive. So I understand how long those are. Oh, yeah, bros in the Mario movie, yippee. You're acting so nonchalant, but I know how you really feel. But also, I want to ask, kind of like, how is stream looking and sounding? Because I changed up some things for tonight. So it's like, things are a little different. I'm just happy it's not Colorado this time. Fair enough, fair enough. Good so far? Well, that's good, that's good. Better? Nice. Nice. Because this time, I'm just streaming straight off of Wi-Fi. I don't have my Ethernet cable plugged in. So we're full sending Wi-Fi. And then I'm also streaming off of Stream Elements instead of OBS. And so I think that things are going pretty well. I think things are going well. But I was just kind of talking about how busy I was this week. I hope that you guys weren't as busy as I was. I had to do filming for this video project for 3 days in a row, and the earliest I would get off is 11 p.m. The latest I got off was 1 a.m. So I've been very busy, very tired. I'm very tired. But at least from all of this work that I've done and all of the hours I've accumulated, I get to take off like 2.5 days next week, paired with the fact that we get off Friday because of Good Friday. So I have almost the entire week off next week, so that's fun. I'm excited. I get to be lazy. Yo, yeah, I know. I'm so excited. I don't know what I'm gonna do though. I'm probably just gonna lay around. We'll see. Oh, excuse me. But either way, I don't know when you guys popped in, but no, literally, I slept in. I overslept yesterday. I overslept in for work, because that was the night before. I mean, yesterday morning was the morning after I was like working until 1 a.m. So I go to work, or no, I can't talk. I go to bed, and then I wake up at 7:40, and usually I'm leaving my house around like 7:45. So I'm like, I'm not getting to work on time. So I just go back to sleep. And then I don't wake up back up until like 9:50. And about then is when I actually get up and go to work. But thankfully, my supervisor is super chill, and he knew that, you know, we were so busy that we were probably gonna either sleep in or not even go into work, depends. So when I caught him at the office, I was like, hey, I'm sorry, I slept in. I didn't mean to. And he's like, nah, you're fine. I'm so glad my supervisor's so chill. He lets us get away with more than he really should, but I couldn't ask for a better supervisor. But regardless of how I've been doing, have you guys been up to anything fun? Anything interesting? Other than filming, I've really only been drawing. Contract work stuff, mind you. But there's this one illustration that I've been working on for about, according to my Clip Studio information graphic, I've been working on it for about 34 hours. I want to get it done so bad. Oh, excuse me. I want to get it done so bad. It's just that it has buildings in it. It's like mainly a background piece. And so the buildings in it are kind of like my hurdles. I actually made pretty decent progress on it today, though. I'm hoping to maybe get it done by tomorrow, depending on if I can get all those buildings drawn in today or tonight. We'll see. I just got back from a cruise, and that was a lot of fun, but I got no sleep. I'm sure it was fun. I'm about to go on a cruise. You're about to go on a cruise too? Is that what you're driving to, Root Beer? I want to go on a cruise. I'm probably not going on a cruise until next year, if I'm being honest. Yeah. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope that you have fun, Root Beer. I love going on cruises. I went to the Bahamas. Ooh. Did you go to, which port? Well, you probably don't know the port name. Did you go to the island, like Nassau? Or did you go to somewhere else in the Bahamas, if you don't mind sharing? Because I like going to Nassau. They have, the cruises that I've been on offers these excursions where you could go to this water park there called Atlantis. It's really cool. I like Atlantis a lot. Hopefully when I go on my next cruise, I can go to Atlantis because I like Atlantis a lot. Nassau, then a private island. Ooh, fun. You want to know what's crazy? What's crazy is the fact that my stream quality is back up to 720p off of Wi-Fi and not my Ethernet cable. I got off on Alaska and Puerto Rican cruise less than a year ago. I do a lot. Yeah, I do a lot of cruises too. My family tends to go on one at least once a year or once every other year. It really depends. But I mean, I love going on cruises. Although, honestly, I've only ever been on one brand of cruise. I've never been on a Carnival cruise or the Virgin one or Royal Caribbean or anything like that. My family always goes on a Disney cruise. And they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. I've always wanted to go to Alaska. Alaska's really pretty, Jill. We should go up there one day. This was my first cruise and I enjoyed it a lot. Well, then that means that you'd be up for doing one with me? Blink, blink, smile. Okay, root beer, let me give you the tea really quick. If you didn't know, Jill and I are like IRL friends. We went to college together. And I had been like saying for a while, oh, one day we need to go on a cruise together. We need to go on a cruise together. And she was like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna get seasick. I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I won't pressure you to go on a cruise, you know? I'm gonna be considerate like that. And then our other friend that we went to college with goes like, hey, Jill, you want to go on a cruise with me? And she says yes immediately. Like, the audacity. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Avoid Carnival. I've never been on a Disney cruise, but at that price, I'd rather do MSC and Norwegian. I just think, well, you see, the thing is that whenever my family first started going on cruises, I was a kid. So Disney just kind of was the most appealing one to go on. And we just like the service so much that it's the only one that we go on nowadays. It's extremely clean. There's so many facilities on board. There's just so much things to do. I mean, we just don't feel the need to go on another branded cruise or another brand of cruise. We're pretty happy with Disney. Plus, we've been on so many that we get to go on, we get like early bookings. So anytime like a new season or itinerary drops, we get to book a room way before like regular guests and stuff. So, you know, loyalty benefits basically. I did MSC and it was good. The only thing that we complained about was how slow the bartenders were and the shows were kind of meh. I'm assuming Seascape. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not all caught up on that lingo because like I said, I've only ever done Disney cruises. But if you can go on a Disney cruise, I say go on at least once. It's a fun experience. It's a lot of fun. Plus, if you didn't know this, if you're on a Disney cruise, like around the time that a new Disney movie or something or Pixar movie is supposed to come out, you get to watch it before it releases in theaters. Like, I remember I got to see Encanto on a Disney cruise way before it released in theaters because, you know, we were on the boat. So that was pretty cool. Plus, every single dinner on a Disney cruise, like a dining room, has a show like every single night. Like it has like an entertainment thing that goes on every night. It's really cool. Jill, I need to get you on a cruise with me, please. But I don't think I'm gonna be going on another one until next year, like I was saying. My family's already got it like booked, like reserved, but it's not until like spring break for my brother next year. Sign me up? Yes! Plus, the one that we've decided to go on next year is kind of a short one. I think it's only a 3-day cruise. But it's gonna be fun. I enjoy going on cruises regardless of length. Sorry. I lost tracking for a minute. I was just rubbing my eye. There we go. You know, one thing that I've also noticed with like my filming, like those shoot days, is that, man, I get quite the workout. Cause those lights and equipment, they're heavy. They're heavy. So I'm getting quite the workout I got quite the workout every single day for the past 3 days. Man. But I'm not strong. I don't have buff cake. I wish. No, I mean, I can only like push things. I can't carry stuff. Cause there are these like poles that we have to use in order to like hold up the lights, and they're called C-stands. They're heavy, even without like all the lighting equipment on it. And my supervisor and coworker were like, hey, just pick up the C-stands with all of the equipment still attached and just bring it over to the truck. And I was just like, I don't think I can do that. I'm gonna be so real. I don't think I can do that. I'm not strong. Do you see my arms? Do you see my arms? I have no muscle. I have no muscle. Maybe after like 2 or 3 shoots, I'll have the muscle to do it, you know? I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I talked about earlier before you guys came in. I think I encountered a mountain lion on the first day of filming. Yeah. We think it was a mountain lion. It was either one mountain lion or one really loud coyote. Gigi, whoa. Yeah, I mean, I'm alright. Nothing happened. Cause, if you didn't know, mountain lions don't like big crowds of people, and because we had so many people out there, nothing was gonna happen, you know? So we were fine. Excuse me. Although, the weather has been so nice. Like, filming at night was actually really, really nice. Because whenever we did our first dress rehearsal, it was really cold. Like, our first dress rehearsal was like 2 weeks ago or so. And, it was really cold. It was like in the 50s, maybe lower. But no, these past few days, it's been really nice. I was so glad. I was so glad. Because I'd rather die than stand out there for hours in the cold. Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask. Well, actually, this might be more of a private question. Never mind, I won't ask. I'll message you in a minute after stream, Jill. Oh. Let me show this off. This is gonna clear my chat on screen, just so you know. So, I don't know how to fix that. I might have to look into that because every time I switch screens, it'll clear chat. It's always been like that, and I don't know how to fix it. I'll figure it out one day though. But take a look at this. It's my BRB screen. If you guys didn't remember, what I did for my BRB screens in the past was literally just leave and putting on a like text that just says "Be right back." Yo, so cute. Yeah, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy with it, and I've had it for like a minute now, but I just hadn't set it up. And so finally today, before I started streaming, I was like, I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna get it like ready to go. And there it is. It was made by the artist Pomodoro on Vjin. I forgot to update the credits page on Twitch and in my Discord before I went live, but I'll do that after stream so that the artist gets their proper credit. But I'm very, very happy with it. So yeah, that's my new BRB screen. I packed all my winter clothes, so I guess I'm wearing pajamas for the next few days. Oh, yeah. By the way, Root Beer, I wanted to ask, how are you doing? Because I remember you talking in that other server about the severe weather that we had a few weeks ago, kind of like damaging your area. How are you doing? Because I don't think we ever followed up on that. Are you doing all right? You have all your possessions? We have some right now, no damage at all. Okay, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Because I remember you saying that there was a town nearby your place that got pretty bad damage. I remember that. I couldn't remember if you were saying that you specifically had anything happen though. My grandpa got hit, that's why I was cleaning up. His house was fine, but the trees were mangled. But your grandpa's all right. Because that's what's important, you know? Family members and yourself being safe. Man, one day I will stream art again. I think one of the main holdups I've had with streaming art again is that I don't have a whole lot of like videos to play in the background nowadays. Like, I don't even know what I could play in the background because last time I did an art stream, back in like February, wow, that was so long ago, I played the Defunctland, the newest Defunctland video, and that's about 4 hours long, and it lasted like the whole stream, so that was good. But I need more videos. I need more videos to play while I work, because while I could play music, I still don't really know how to like separate the music from the VOD for, you know, my VOD's channel. So that means that a bunch of the stuff, like me talking and just like the audio in general, would get like muted. So instead, I like to play videos, like documentaries or whatever, thesis videos, whatever, because you're less likely to get your audio muted. But I don't know. I just have to find something to play in the background so I can get back to doing art streams, because I miss doing art on stream. The people who were buying his house lost theirs, so his house is on the market again. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's horrible to hear. Yeah, it is. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate to hear that that happened. Luckily, well, I was gonna say luckily there's no severe weather on the horizon for a minute, but I don't know that for sure. I haven't really been keeping up with the weather, outside of just like being like, ah, the weather this week is nice, you know? So are you going to stream games anytime soon? Well, yeah. The only reason why I haven't been streaming all that much recently is because of work. So of course, like I said, earlier this week I wasn't really able to stream because I was working so late. But we'll be done with like late night filming starting tomorrow. So I can probably get back to streaming video games like this weekend. If I have the time, of course, because like I should have the time. I'll be honest, I've been kind of thinking about picking up Fate again, because I've just been in a Fate mood. So we might do that at some point. Of course, I want to play some more Minecraft. I want to play Peak with you some more, Jill, and also some more other games like Squirreled Up, or what was it? Squirreled Away, something like that. There's so much stuff to do. I just don't have a whole lot of time currently because of work. Bah. We have some right now. No tornadoes yet. Oh no. Well, I hope that it doesn't get to that point, you know? No tornadoes. It might storm up north again. I see. Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with the weather really. Probably should. Hang on, I'm gonna refresh my stream. Hang on. It's just a little behind, so I'm just gonna make sure that it is not. See, if Jill went on a cruise with you, then you could win big at the casino and quit your job. Well, Root Beer, I don't know if I've ever told this story while you were here, but I actually have won big on a cruise before. Have I told you the story about how I won the jackpot bingo? Because Disney cruises don't have casinos. Instead, the way you win money is by playing bingo. Legend. Thank you. Yeah, Shortcake will provide the luck to win big. I mean, I gotta accumulate my luck, man. I build my good luck over the years, and then I cash out. But anyway, I have told you the bingo story, haven't I? I don't remember. Just major legend amongst us. Well, thank you. In case anyone is like just kind of coming across me and has never seen me before, fun fact, I have won $8,800 from playing bingo before on a cruise. It was crazy. Like, because like, you know, a lot of people are like, you can win money on cruises by going to the casino. But when you're on a Disney cruise, they don't have casinos. So the only way you can win money is by playing bingo. And depending on how long your cruise is, the bigger the jackpot is at the end of the cruise. Because they like host a bingo session every single day. And you have to buy like tickets or like those cards or machines and stuff in order to play. So what they do is that they take all the money that they accumulated from people buying those cards and they put it towards the jackpot at the end of the cruise. And so finally the last day came around, because it was a week-long cruise, this one that it happened on, and I was like, okay, let's have fun playing. And so it was me, my dad, my mom, and a cousin of mine. And my cousin and my mom left pretty early on in the session because they wanted to go watch a movie that was playing on ship. So it was just me and my dad mainly. So we're playing and we finally get to the jackpot session, like the big one. And the like callers were being like, all right, just so you know, the jackpot is over $3,000. And then they would kind of up it up every time throughout the session. So they would go like, the jackpot is over $4,000, yada yada. And you know, to hype us up, to get us all excited for winning. And when you get down to like one letter away or one number away, they encourage you to stand up so everyone can see that everyone can see that you're one number away from winning. And so I have stood up before on jackpot bingo. Like I have been one number away from winning before, but I've never won before. So I stand up on this session and I'm like, okay, I'm shaking. I'm the only one standing up, by the way. I'm like listening to them call out the numbers. And then finally they call my number and I bingo. And thankfully I was the only one to bingo, because I don't know if you know this, but if you are playing a jackpot bingo session or just a bingo session in general on a cruise, if you have more than one person bingo, you have to split the prize money. And so I've seen jackpots where it was like 3 people bingoed at once and they had to split like a couple thousand or something, to where it's like way less. So thank God I was the only one that bingoed that time, because I got the $8,000 to myself. But I was like shaking. I was like, oh my God. And I wasn't expecting this, because I'd been told in the past that if you ever won money from like these bingo sessions, they would just put it on your like account on the cruise so that you could like cash it out whenever we're back on land. So that's what I was expecting them to do. But then they take me to the guest services desk. They walk me out there, like, so that I'm not swarmed or anything, you know? Because I was like 21 at the time. I was like a newborn 21-year-old. Wait, what? That came out wrong. I was newly 21. Anyway, I was newly 21 and I was with my dad, so I was just like, I don't know what to do. So they walked me out to the guest services desk, and then they have me sign out some forms, of course, and then they start counting the cash in their hands. And I'm like, I wasn't expecting to get like cash in an envelope. And so I get it. I get the envelope, and my dad eventually makes his way out of there as well. And so I get the envelope, and we walk back to my room, or like stateroom. And my cousin and my mom were done with their movie by then. And they're just like standing on our veranda, our room's veranda, just like looking out at the ocean. And I'm like, Mom, I won the jackpot. And she's like, no, you didn't. And then my cousin's like, no, you didn't. And I'm like, I did. I won. And I laid like the envelope and like take out the cash to show them. And they're like, oh my gosh. And they didn't believe me. They didn't believe me. And I was like, I won alone. So I got the entire pot. It was like it was crazy. It was a crazy cruise. Casinos are some of the biggest profit makers. Sorry, I'm gonna read some of the messages that kind of happened while I was talking. Casinos are some of the biggest profit makers, so it was a huge risk not having a casino, but it worked out for Disney. Yeah, but I mean also, they're pretty family friendly, so of course they're not gonna have a casino, you know? Because you legally can't really have children on a casino floor. I mean, you can. You just have to have an adult walking with them, and they can't linger. They have to be walking, like, to go somewhere. Disney is so massive that not having a casino probably doesn't even make them flinch. Yeah, it doesn't really. And I mean, they have so much other stuff to do on board that I've never even thought about the fact that there wasn't a casino. I've never been on a cruise with a casino, to be fair, so I'm not used to the idea of one. But just like, yeah, there's so much to do on a Disney cruise that it's like, I've never missed the opportunity to go to the casino on a ship, you know? Newborn 21-year-old. Yep, that's what I said. You know, if I'm being honest, I didn't even know that it was common for cruises to have casinos on them until I watched a video about other cruise ships. I can only hope that one day I'll win the bingo again. On my most recent cruise ship that I went on, again, it was Disney, of course. And this bingo session, I think the jackpot was like 14,000, almost 15,000. I wish I won that. But I mean, of course, I'm happy that I won it all at any point. But I was one away. I was one away from winning the $15,000 bingo jackpot. Like I said, I've stood up being one away multiple times. It just happens, but I'd never actually won before until that one cruise. You know, maybe it'd be entertaining to play like some internet historian videos when I do my next art stream. I think that if you guys have any like video recommendations for like when I do get back to art streams that I could like play in the background, put the links in the suggestion channel of the Discord so that I can see them. And if there's something that I'd be interested in, I will probably watch them while I work on art if I ever get around to that. There's this one video that I like that's really long and I feel like it would work. It's just that I don't know how the creator feels about people, you know, watching it or like on like a stream or anything. I don't know. I was gonna say I could message them, but I don't know. Again, if you guys have any like video suggestions, just send them to me. I'll figure something out. But I mean, I think that was pretty much all I had to kind of like update you guys on. I was very busy. I'm still a little busy if I'm being honest. So I don't know how much I'll be able to stream these upcoming days. But I should have more free time than I have had in the past like week or two. So hopefully I will be able to play more video games for you guys because I do want to get back to my games. And now that I've kind of like seen how Stream handles with both Stream Elements and like just straight Wi-Fi, I'm hoping that means that streams will be running smooth, relatively smooth at least, from now on. So yeah, I think that's kind of the game plan. I'll try streaming this weekend. Don't be surprised if I don't though. We'll see. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and end stream. I was happy chatting with all of you and catching up. I hope that you guys are going to have a great rest of your week. And I'm probably just gonna go ahead and head off. Again, stay safe, root beer, with like the severe weather in your area. I hope that nothing spawns from those thunderstorms. And Jill, we gotta talk about that cruise. Or a cruise, I suppose. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and head off. Keep an eye on those notifications, because I don't know when I'm gonna go live next. So I'll see you all later, and bye-bye!